Oh god, that bit is so sad. Listening Colour. Hey everybody, welcome to Listening Colour with me, Rachel Walker-Mason. Now today we're doing something slightly different, and rather than looking at the original song by the original artist and their video, I am going to be looking at a fan-made video of a Radiohead song. Stopping it there before something clearly traumatising is going to happen. So there's just this beautiful... I love that they're shooting it from the back, so you don't see the child's face. It's like it could be anyone. It could be you. I don't know whether it's supposed to represent like all lives and that we can imagine ourselves in this story. But it's so beautifully shot with these just little kind of vignettes of little childhood memories, like patting a horse, running to the beach with your parents and stuff. It's so sweet and so wholesome. Now, this is a particularly fantastic Radiohead track that if someone wanted you to sum up Radiohead, which is a very difficult thing to do because they do a lot of things, but this is probably one of the tracks I'd play them and go, this is Radiohead, because it does so many of the things that Radiohead do really well. Like you've got Tom York's voice just drifting over the top in that gorgeous light way, so expressive and beautiful, and the timing is kind of steady, but the drum beat's slightly odd, which is classic Radiohead. And then you've got these weird chords, which seem normal until you realise they're not. And so most pop songs have three or four standard chords. Ed Sheeran does a whole thing about that you can play any song in the charts with these four chords. And he's pretty much right, except for Radiohead songs. So normally you have chord 1, which in C major would be C, and then you have chord 4, which in C major would be F, then chord 5 is G, and then chord 6 is the minor chord, and that's A minor. Those are the standard chords in pretty much every single pop song that's ever been written in the history of the world. In this song, Radiohead start off in what you think is C major, because the first chord that you hear is a C major triad. Da-da-da. Very nice. You think, I know where we're going to go to F, and then we'll go to G, and then, the standard kind of thing. But no. They go from C major triad to D flat major 7th, which has none of the same notes in it as a C major chord. It's just weird. It's just none of those notes are even remotely in the chord. It's not even like going to the next adjacent chord. Those flats they're just not in the chord. So it sounds very wonky and kind of unsettling. So I've always found this song gives me like tummy ache sometimes, because I'm like, oh, it doesn't go where we're trained as with our Western ears. We're trained to listen for those standard harmonies that feel like home to us. We're like, oh yes, we can hear where it's going. We're safe. But this makes you feel slightly unsafe because it's got these very odd chords. So after the D flat major 7th chord, we go even weirder to E flat 6, which again, not in the same key. None of them are like related in any way. And then it just does those 3 chords all the way around through the whole song. And at the very end, it resolves on an F major chord, which again doesn't really. It's kind of chord 4 from the C chord. That we think we're in that key to begin with, but we've travelled so far from it that you don't really know where you are anyway. So the whole song makes you feel unsettled. So the whole concept of everything being in its right place is like diametrically opposed to the unsettled nature of the harmony, which even if you don't know anything about harmony, and even if you didn't understand anything I just said, it's fine. It just, you know when the harmony of a song is following a formula, because it goes exactly where you think it should go, and this one does not. So yeah, let's look at whatever this horrible bit is.
Every song
so sad. It's like his whole life has fallen apart, and you kind of see his posture change, and his kind of shoulders are forward, and the lighting kind of changes. It's all a little bit more brown and a bit sad. And this is where the main kind of, I guess, chorus, the everything, everything bit of the song comes in. There's very few lyrics in this song. I don't know why it works so well. It doesn't follow any of the formulas that we tell songwriters they need to use, but Radiohead are classic at doing that, aren't they? They just sort of read the rule book and go, nah. And I kind of love them for that. Right, let's carry on and see what this little boy does.
It's right place, and it's right place, and it's right place, and it's right place. Yesterday I woke up sucking a lemon. Yesterday I woke up sucking a lemon.
Wow, there's a whole lot of face punching in this bit. Oh, that's horrible. It's like maybe the violence that he saw, the parents breaking up and the house burning down and stuff. He's got it all kind of pent up because he throws a chair at one point and he's hitting people, or he gets hit, and it's really sad that his life, it just seems so idyllic at the beginning. That little boy, you know, riding his little bike and everything was so cute, and then suddenly he's this adult with anger problems, and it's probably come a lot from the things that have happened to him, like his background and his parents breaking up and things. It's hard, really hard on a kid. And yeah, the colour palette's still very dark, because a lot of it's with neon lights. There's no natural light in this bit, so it's just sort of sadder. And like he's sort of, there's a lot with him swimming and things, so I think he likes swimming, but also just the notion of like being underwater and that kind of feeling in your mental health where you're like really struggling for air, and yeah, he's sort of drowning in his life. And I don't think you see his parents at all. Do they never come and visit? I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't see them, and he's going through these relationships that are not working out, and maybe he's sort of playing out what he saw with his parents. He can't seem to make any of these relationships work, and yeah, it's sad.
Yesterday I woke up sucking a lemon. Yesterday I woke up sucking a lemon. Everything, and it's
And look at the lighting change in this. This is so beautiful because the song feels the same. You've had the bit about sucking a lemon, and now we're into the same chorus, same things happening, but it feels brighter because all the lighting, when this woman that he marries comes into it, she brings all this kind of lightness, and everything's shot with more daylight, and it's warm and it's hopeful. And it's funny, it has effect on the song, where the song is just trundling along doing what the song does, but it feels like the song is different here because of what we're looking at. It's really clever. Oh my god, that bit is so sad. And just when you think things are getting better for him, and his kids, his wife and little boy are running across the road towards him and get hit by a bus. Oh my god, that's just horrible. Like, why is that in this video? It's horrible. Can't it just be nice things now? Oh god, that's awful. I guess it represents the fact that everything isn't in its right place, and that life is sometimes just just horrible things happen sometimes, and that everything seemed to be going so well, and it was so full of light and joy. And now immediately the colour palette's changed, and it's kind of grey again, and he's kind of bowing his head, and it's just really sad, and he has to go on without them. It's just horrible. Oh, that's so lovely, that moment when you finally see his face and it shows him when he's young and the first time he looks at his baby. It's just like a defining moment of life. I remember when our children were born, it's actually my husband that got to see them first because I was lying on my back after having given birth, and it's just this magical moment that you will never forget. Like when your life flashes before your eyes when you're dying, I imagine that's one of the things that you'll see because it's just so powerful. And just the way he looks, and with this light in the room, he's holding his son, and that he tries to move on. You see him in another relationship, and it's evidently not great, and he's never really got over this amazing woman that he married and his little boy, and how traumatizing that must be. And then he's basically on his own, and you see him running and sort of giving up, and he kind of shuts down, like his body language is all kind of pulled in here, and it's so the song just carries on doing its thing, and it kind of it shows that, you know, the Stop All the Clocks poem, that, you know, life should stop when you've gone through a horrible grief. Everything should just stop, because what's the point in going on anymore when you've suffered this horrible trauma? But life just carries on, like the song just carries on trundling along, but his life is essentially over. And it's the kind of banality of that is so tragic and human. Sometimes horrible things happen to totally normal, nice people, and life just carries on. Oh, that's beautiful to sing it from her point of view and her looking at him, and those moments where she fell in love with him and she looked at him while she was holding the baby, and oh, it's just so beautiful. And then that horrible moment where she's lying in the road and we know that she dies, but at that moment she just opens her eyes and looks at him, and that's the last time she looks at him. It's just, this video is so well shot. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Oh my gosh, who is the person who did this? It ends with him as an old man looking out onto the water, just on his own, maybe thinking about life, and yeah, it's so sad. Wow, this is deep. It's made me think about my life now. What do you guys think? Did you like this one? It's quite different, isn't it? You probably know some other fan videos that are amazing that you like, so let me know if there are any of those. Please remember to like, subscribe, share and comment. I love all your comments. Please keep them coming. And join the Colourwave crew if you would like exclusive videos from me and to be able to vote on which video I do next. Have a colourful day.